County. A simple two-part for both. How many assistants should a congressman, House or Senate, be allowed to have at salaries above the average American? And are those members, or should those members be required to read the bills that they sign?
They certainly should be, and I did. I did read the health care bill, and I think members should. That's part of their basic responsibility, and there's no doubt about that. Currently, under the law, there are 18 assistants allowed for congressional offices. We try to put those everywhere we can, and we've done that. We have about 9 in Washington. That number varies sometimes depending on the situation, but we usually have about 9 in Washington and 9 here in the district. We have 4 offices, including one here in Brunswick County. We're happy to serve the people. Generally speaking, as many retired government employees know, government pays much less than the private sector. So I commend and applaud those who are willing to sacrifice for public service, whether they're county, municipal, state, or federal employees that come to work.
Can I come work for you?
I'd like a chance to answer that as well. One of the things that the congressman might want to mention is that in 2006, he was one of 2 members of the United States Congress that were cited for leasing 3 vehicles at taxpayer expense.
That's right.
He was one of only 2 members.
Which was less than any reimbursed mileage.
Tell the whole story, Congressman. I asked you to thank you very much. I didn't interrupt you.
Tell the truth.
Congressman, I didn't interrupt you. Thank you very much.
Actually, you did.
Congressman, I didn't interrupt you. Thank you. The point being, he was one of only 2 members of Congress that was censured for leasing 3 vehicles at taxpayer expense. The next most egregious offenders were leasing 2. Most of the other members of the Congress were leasing 1. So when you talk about how we manage our own offices to keep those in order, that's certainly a consideration. With regards to telling the truth, it's also worth noting that the State Democrat Party, which of course my opponent has very close ties to, has been slandering not only myself, but in fact my beautiful wife that you were all introduced to earlier in the evening. Does anyone in this room think it's acceptable to attack your opponent's wife in the course of a political campaign? If you do, raise your hand. Well, Congressman McIntyre, you're the only person in this room that thinks it's acceptable. I would ask you to stop. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the discussion of our report. I'd like to thank Congressman McIntyre and Mr. Pantano for their participation in this forum. We will have a short 10-minute declaration so we can have the stage set for the next slate of candidates. So we can get everybody come up on the